Hey guys, welcome back. This video that I'm going to watch today is from Munchies, and it is the oldest fast food restaurant in London's East End. Um, this one looked pretty interesting. But yeah, I will link it in the description, and I will also give a link over to Patreon where you can watch full episode reacts to TV shows like Blackadder. I'm wrapping up Posh Nosh right now. Also Faulty Towers, Father Ted. Um, and then also a link to where you can become a member here on YouTube and help support the channel so that I can keep making these videos. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started.
One thing about eels, a lot of people say, oh, they're snakes and all the rest of it. Well, they're not. Very, very nutritious, very easily digested, and they're supposed to be an aphrodisiac. What are you smiling at? Pie and mash is very traditional, especially in the East End. I would think that mostly because it was a very, very cheap and quick meal. It was possibly one of the very first fast foods where you could walk in, order your food, and within a blink of an eye, you've got it on a plate, you're sitting down eating it. My great-grandfather, Robert Cook, apparently in 1862, he decided to put a meat pie with the mashed potato and parsley sauce, the liquor. And that was the very first time it was actually done as we know it, as pie and mash and liquor.
I've been coming here since Joe opened this. I've been over South London and they're not the same as these. This is the original.
This little...
You guys know what? Even here, if you find a place where a lot of older people, elderly go, honestly, it's gonna be good. There are so many, especially here in the South. If you find like a home cooking place or it's more like old time dishes, kind of similar to this, but more American style. I mean, it's always going to be good. That has never failed me. If I go into a place and there's a lot of elderly people going in and out and sitting in there, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
rubber thumb stool is because in the middle of the eel, there's bones. And if you are unlucky, it doesn't happen all the time, you put your thumb in and the bone goes up your thumb, which is a lot of fun. But it does double as a wart, which is very handy. So I've got some eels here that I'm going to prepare. They are live. I've had them in water, so they're not that lively now. You go basically behind the flippers, or behind the ears as we call it, straight across and he's dead. It's as quick as that. Then, across the belly, she's run away. And then straight up, like so. And there we go for the guts. I was born and brought up in a market. I used to cut the eels up with my dad when I was a tiny, tiny kid. He'd give me one that was half knocked out, and I'd hack its head off and gut it after a fashion. You've got to be careful, because I could cut the head off and the blood could squirt into your lenses. Better than that, it could go into your eye, and that is fearsome, I tell you. It stings like buggery. They're very, very meaty. They're a beautiful bread eel. Got lovely thick sides to them. That is how we prepare them to cook them. These have to be washed, and they're beautiful, beautiful pieces of eel. I'll put these on. What we'll do now, while I'm waiting for the pot to boil so we can put the eels on, is go over to the making board and make some pies. Ugly! Here. Right, our dough obviously is already made. We make that during the day, the bottom dough and the top dough. That's the bottom dough now that's been squashed out. That will be squashed in here and divided into 36 equal dollies that will roll out through the rolling machine there Everything's all done from scratch, everything. Well, this starts off as short crust pastry, but this being the bottom dough, it needs to be a firmer, more elasticy dough than the crust. So this ends up with all the cuttings from the crust and the bottom dough, and flour and water. This is the podger, and this is an old odd piece of dough that we use to make the indentation for the meat to go in. All these processes, although they're very simple by themselves, are very important when they come to the whole. This is our meat, Scotch hindquarter flank, that I bone out every week. And we've got salt and pepper and a little bit of caramel for a bit of gravy colour, if you will, and that's it. We always have British beef, sometimes Scotch, but always very, very good quality. I don't think there's anything wrong with simple food at all. I never have. Good quality product to start with. Cook it well, present it nice. I don't think you can go wrong. And that's as basic as pie and mash. That's as basic as fish and chips. It's keeping consistency. There's your pies ready to have the tops put on. And you don't hold the pie like a brick. You've got no idea how gently I'm holding these pies. There's no finger marks on them, no thumb marks. I love cooking, I always have since I was a kid. For my 21st birthday, one of my presents was a crepe Suzette burner and frying pan. But I call this, with deep respect, cooking by numbers. I was a shit painter, and my painting by numbers used to look awful because I always used to overlap. This is exactly the same as making these. If you do it as it's supposed to be done, you'll end up with a bloody good pie. There's your batch of pies. They're all ready for the oven. Right, if you let me have a quick Bob splosh, we'll have a look at the eels. Right. Well, here's your pimentos. I've got the water on here. I've thrown the pimentos in. There's your eels ready to go in. And they go into absolutely boiling water. And they'll simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes, and they should be done. This is the pot where we had the eels boiling. They're now cooked. All you need to do is have a drop of your liquid to help to make your jelly. This is powdered gelatine that you dissolve into your liquid. Now what you do is take out your eels, handling them gently. You don't have to bash them around because they are quite tender now. We'll stick that in there so that they're nicely covered with jelly. They'll cool right down now. They'll go into the fridge and they'll be jelly by the morning. And then what you will end up with is jellied eels. Harry, lunchtime. There's your pie straight out the oven. There's your mash. And here is the parsley sauce, the liquor. And there's your jellied eels. There's your chilli vinegar. You've got the full kit now, the full Monty. Thank you and good night.
The pies are done beautiful. And when you take the lid off the top, the pastry, there's all the gravy and
They put the eels
in the minced meat. It's lovely. And the mash, it's all quite nice. I'll be eating that camera in a minute.
Peggy, how old are you now?
nearly 88. And I'm still here.
Yeah, we know that.
I'm still here.
Okay, that's cute. So, all right, you guys, if you've had these jellied eels, you need to let me know in the comments what they taste like, if they taste like anything. Um, I mean, if you can compare them to something else, that is. But yeah, that was a really good watch. I enjoyed that a lot. Hopefully you guys did as well. As always, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you have not already done so, and have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for watching.